Good morning, good morning. Well, gang, for those watching the replay, what's up, Joe? For those watching the replay, we are obviously not on the road or listening to the replay. Jenna's going to be here in a second. We are currently, so we're at the house in Springfield. And Treese, what's up, Jeremy? Good morning. We ended up not taking our load to Georgia because it took longer to get our PM done. And I had to get the tire fixed. And so we were planning on leaving tomorrow morning, trying to let all this shit pass. And I was just working on a video, doing some editing, and our power went out. So we got the bedroom door closed because our bedroom is the warmest room in the house by far. Downstairs, we have like a multi-level. Downstairs does not warm up really nice. So we have gas right now in the building, in the neighborhood, but we don't have power. I had to pay Jeremy $825 to get your truck back up and running. Ouch. Go shot driving with me. John, good morning. No power sucks. Yeah. I told you guys when I went live the other day, for those of you who saw that, and there were some people, there was somebody who commented and said, I've lived in Texas all my life. There's not a natural gas shortage that's causing problems with the power grid. And now there's more than 2 million people in Texas without power. So I wasn't making that shit up. And now our power is out in Springfield. So we have no power. It is cold in this room that I'm in right now. And there's so much snow, you guys. So much snow. So I have been editing. Both fuel filter were gelled up, and oh, were you not using anti-gel? I went through like 6 bottles of anti-gel in the last 2 weeks. David H. We want to get to work. Richard, Whiteland, Indiana roads look like they just cleared up so far down. Yeah, but they're not clear here. 2021 told 20 to hold the beer and watch this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're not clear here, and I think there's another one coming through, you guys. I think there's another one coming through right after this, like in the next 2 or 3 days. So we took our truck to the yard yesterday and left it there because I can't really leave my APU running out in front of the house. It's a quiet little neighborhood. What's up, Life Rye? It was good seeing you the other day, man. Sorry I didn't have more time. It looked like you didn't have more time either. You guys were outbound. Lenny leaving Knoxville and heading over to California. Oh yeah, Priscilla, our garage is freezing cold. Priscilla says yes, another one's coming. That's what I thought. I've just been kind of watching this one, but I'm pretty sure that I saw that another one's coming through right after this. So, man, we had that really good load, almost $3 a mile, but we just, like, if we tried to hold on to it and leave right after our PM was done, see, Monday, Sunday, we would have never got out of Springfield. We would have had to shut down right out on the 60 as soon as we got on 60 because it hit, like, if we had left early Sunday morning, we might have been able to get through before it, but I didn't get the PM done and the tire fixed until like 3 in the afternoon. So we missed our opportunity to get out before it hit.
have one chair.
Yes, you have to get, or you can sit on the edge of the bed. And I can try and turn this.
I slipped off because there's no rug in room.
You getting the chair?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, Jenna's getting the other chair. Yeah, so I'm editing this video. I'm gonna start doing a monthly music to drive to, which is like chill step and stuff that I drive to at 2 a.m. So super long video with a lot of visuals, which I have to use my big computer. I got like a $7,500 editing suite on my Mac Pro. And I was a good halfway through the video and the power died. So fortunately, Final Cut Pro does auto saves.
The more important and bigger issue of this morning's power out is that if I would have started Eric's breakfast any later,
5 minutes later.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to finish it because luckily I was just melting the cheese on his eggs and potato scramble.
So obviously you guys know we have an electric stove.
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of like a standard in Tornado Alley. Like they try to limit as much natural gas as possible.
David H, this one's for you. Yes, my coffee cup is a mess. This is because it's like the third cup that I've had this morning. And I've been editing videos, so.
Pull this up so that I could read.
Yeah, what I missed. Lori's KY3 just said another big one coming tonight and tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Which way? Yeah, exactly. See, that's where we're at. You know, my fleet manager is messaging me going, "Hey, you guys ready to go?" It's like, well, yeah, we're ready to go, but go where? 100 miles down the road and shut down 100 miles down the road? Trucking along with Kiersey. What's up, Kiersey? I got your logo for OTR Crew. When the power comes back on, I'll get that added to the website. And you guys on otrcrew.com, Travis Kinley is making a video this week for our next month's campaign for it'd be March. It's someone who works for Campus Inn or works for Prime, but works at Campus Inn. And we're really excited about raising $400 or $500 to tip this individual. So he's going to do an announcement on that. And Kiersey, thank you for donating to the last one. Whoops.
And good morning, Kiersey. Good morning, Danny.
Sorry, this is bouncy, guys.
Let me see. Priscilla says, we just had a woman and child die from carbon monoxide poisoning. They were waiting in their garage in their car because they didn't have electricity. Sad, the husband and another child are in the hospital. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens and it's very unfortunate. He was asking where David H is. Jeremy says David H is one to talk. Him and Melissa are they shut down anytime they get a chance.
Well, okay, and David can speak for himself because he's in here, but I'll tell you this. I've had this discussion with David many times. He'll shut down, but he'll get to the 90 first.
No.
Hold on, David H will shut down, but he'll get to the 90 first. Is that a plow?
Yeah, but they just made it harder to get out of the driveway.
So our not only is our power out, our neighborhood streets are basically impassable. Our own driveway's impassable.
Kiersey just said like the worst news ever, which is the Millennium Building's generator is gelled up and there's no power there either, supposedly.
Prime didn't use anti-gel?
I have to get you better.
So anyway, yeah, David H, he'll shut down, but only when he gets to 90, unless he absolutely has to. David and Melissa have a very different style than Jen and I. We've never been late, but if we can't drop a load off early, we're not going to get to the town that load is supposed to be dropped in early. We're going to take our time, enjoy life. We'll only get there quick if we can actually take the load in. So yeah, we oh, you're just messing with him. Good, because he's always messing with me. Um,
Well, but you did convince him that we were on home time for 3 months straight too, so because you did do like multiple videos from the car.
yeah.
So in David's defense, you were trolling him.
So we've been home for 3 days, and we want to leave. We're just not going to do it if we just have to shut down again tonight. We're not going to. I mean, why shut down 100 miles from here when we can be here at the house? So with this other front moving in tonight and tomorrow, we're not moving until all this is passed. We're not gonna leave the yard with a load and shut down 100 miles down the highway.
Good morning, Matthew F. I blame you for all of this. This is your fault. All of this is your fault.
60's a crazy mess. Yeah, Travis Kinley just came through there this morning. 60 can get pretty dodgy. Kirsty, oh, you're still staying? Yeah. We should be at the terminal tomorrow. So if you're still there tomorrow, maybe we can say hi. Travis Kinley's there. He was, I don't know if he's probably sleeping right now or something. We did text with him this morning, but he messaged us last night or called. I called him. You tried to call him. He was on the phone with his wife. Then I called him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the night before.
He was shut down near Sykeston, and he called a pizza place to see if they would deliver 25 miles
to the truck parking.
to the truck parking. Oh, Travis Kinley.
Hey, it's a nice try, though. I mean, the worst they could do is say no.
Been in Oasis for a week. He was on my love. On your love?
He
I
was
know
on
you meant
her
to say live. Pay them enough and someone will come. Coast to coast for the first time in a truck. Nice, Life of Rye.
Trucker John, good morning.
Life of Rye, what did you think of the Springfield terminal? Because, well, you got the Salt Lake City terminal's mostly done, and you showed tours of that, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of Springfield.
We're all bad typists, Kiersey, and autocorrect makes it so much worse.
Oh, and Kiersey, this is Valentine's Day weekend, so love instead of live. So thank you guys for joining us on our love.
Oh, man. John says 9 degrees. John Fornwald says 9 degrees in Michigan. Bunk heater acting up. Bought a 12-volt electric blanket, and it worked great.
We're about to do the same thing. We're about to get an electric blanket. Our bunk heater works great if it's 0 or above. It works really well. Anything below 0, our bunk heater is just like, nah.
Kiersey, for Valentine's Day, he let me cook him meals all weekend.
For Valentine's Day, you get to cook meals all weekend.
Well, she said I'm lucky because you're so romantic. So yeah, you have no idea.
It was very unromantic.
It's been the opposite of romantic, but that's okay. Like, I mean, we've been together long enough that it's okay.
Yeah, we don't really play the obligation game for Valentine's Day. So I don't want to go too long with this live, you guys, because I can't recharge my phone. We have no power. But we were so bored, and that's why the lighting in here is terrible, other than the window, because there's no power anywhere in the house.
The only light in this room is my glowing aura in essence, because I'm just a ray of sunshine.
And you have no complexion other than solid white. So we know some people have a small space heater. I don't know that I'm entirely comfortable with that in the truck.
Well, for one very big reason, and that's dog and dog hair. So
electric blanket is probably the route we're gonna go. 1200 pickup, then off to Murfreesboro. You better get moving, man. Another one's coming in tonight. Okay, guys. So David H is going live as soon as we're done. So if you're on here and you're not subscribed to David H, go look him up. and jump over to his live. We'll try to watch David H. We're gonna try and conserve our phone batteries.
Richard Griffin says for Valentine's Day, my wife let me get an F-150. She got her nails done and got a new tattoo. I like your wife.
That sounds like a fun family.
I want to be friends with her. She sounds awesome.
It reminds me of that meme, Ford effing Ranger.
Yeah.
It's F-150, but anyway.
Thanks, Danny. Danny Gregg says you're as bright as they come. Yeah. So since
Later life Fry.
Since you say I'm bright, I'll clue you in on some of my moments. Sometimes I was just telling Eric back when I lived in California, we used to get the rolling blackouts all the time. You know, in the summer, and I remember the AC cut off, power went out, and I was like, oh no. And then I got like this light bulb, like, oh, yay! And I ran to my bedroom and I grabbed a floor fan and brought it into my living room and plugged it in and tried to turn it on and realized that doesn't solve anything because there's no power.
Yeah, earlier, right after the power went off, my computer shut down. I was in the middle of editing a video. I was like, well, I guess we'll have to put on some music or something. And then I realized, well, can't do that either.
David H., we can charge the phone in the car, but there's a problem, which is that we would have to manually open the garage door, which is frozen solid because the car is in the garage, so we can't run the car
in the garage with the garage door closed, and manual opening of the garage is challenged because it's all frozen up.
And we don't want to let cold air into the house through the garage, you know, and so we're just going to tough it out. Eric's just gonna waste battery on this phone.
I don't think it's gonna be too long. This is intentional, I believe. According to the city of Springfield, they're doing intentional rolling blackouts. So
yes, it is intentional. They're taking down 2 sections at a time, trying to make sure that not everywhere goes out.
Yeah, I have USB battery chargers in the truck,
which is at Prime.
At Prime.
We just really didn't plan this out very well.
No, and I even told myself, like, we were gonna, here's why this all happened. You run the car, charge your phone.
In our car, we do.
Yeah, you do in ours, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. We actually thought whenever we heard Springfield was gonna do this, we thought we'd have the truck sitting out front, run the APU, and then just run a extension cord into the house. But the truck was getting so cold that it was almost like challenged to start. And I can't leave the APU running in this neighborhood for a day or two. So now next winter, we're going to invest in the cold start batteries when we get our new truck. So we took the truck up to the terminal, parked it there so that I could leave the APU on with minimal heat and keep the batteries charged and all that. So
well, in one thing, I'll go back and say, David H., you're actually half right, because we could always turn it on to accessory, but the problem is if we do that with as cold as it is, I'm afraid the battery would drain down in the car. So yeah, I mean, first world problems. We're not complaining.
Yeah, we're just complaining. We're not really.
I mean, we could do things to better the situation if we had to, but the power shouldn't be off that long.
Prime recruiters are full of poop. Been trying to get a job for over a week. Call our, well, part of it's that they can't get to Prime right now. And they don't have power. So anyone working from home for Prime right now has no power in Springfield. But if you contact Barbara, I don't know who you're contacting. Hopefully it's not her you're talking about, but Barbara Brown is the one we work with. Go back to my last not live regular video and go to the description. Her contact information is in there. She's awesome. She was Jenna's recruiter.
And she's really, really good. Very quick to respond to people. So typically. I like her. I mean, typically, like, obviously if it's her day off or something, she'll get back to you the next day. But yeah, she's pretty good. We haven't had any complaints about her so far. David H. says, should have just left the truck running. It's quieter than the APU. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
APU
until the truck decides to regen itself at 4 a.m. I'm sure our neighbors would be really pleased.
Mohammed says, I would have missed the storm if Chris didn't give me a local load that took 12 hours to deliver in Colton. I'm so mad. My load was ready early yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, Danny, the recruiter we work with is Barbara Brown.
I'm sorry, Mohammed.
Most of our referrals work with her,
Mm-hmm.
and we've gotten pretty much positive feedback from almost everybody. So she knows who we are. We talk to her. Um, so yeah. So anyway, can you guys imagine that because of the scam or the I almost said scam because of the
COVIDs.
COVIDs, all Prime's working from home. So all your live departs, your fleet managers, recruiters, everybody's working from home, and they don't have power in Springfield right now. So I'm really curious as to how that's going to shake out.
And David H, I know you're just trying to help. We're just grumpy. We're grumpy a little bit, like a cheerful kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're more cheerful.
I'm just glad
kind of
Final
grumpy.
Cut Pro X saves because I had just spent like
So,
4 hours working on editing a video, and then the power cut off.
John St. Clair said maybe Remy becomes a sled dog. Please explain. Oh, the power just came back on. Yay.
Yep, there we
It's
go.
like
We got
normal.
power back.
Please explain though, Remy in the snow, the only 2 paws of contact at a time falling over.
Oh yeah, she doesn't understand cold, so she'll limp on a foot as if she stepped on something sharp. Like she steps on a sticker. Like she thinks her foot is injured.
Yeah.
Let the power begin.
Jeremy says, once I got my truck started, I told Road Assist I'm not shutting off the truck. I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow depending on the weather. Yeah, I don't blame you because we got the truck washed
Later, David.
and literally had water dripping out of right above the dash because by just running the APU, we had got a sheet of ice on the inside of the...
Yeah, up behind the CB,
Yeah.
the CB and the CB speaker and a Peterbilt, a ton of cold air. It just gets like ice cold back there behind the CB. So condensation the other night had frozen up in there, like one sheet of thin ice all the way across the truck. And then when we got to Springfield, we went through a truck wash and all that hot water was running over the top of the truck, and it melted all that frozen condensation up there behind the CB. So when we pulled out of there, water just started flowing out.
Later, David. We'll enjoy your food, and we'll see you on your live here in a little bit. Kiersey, yes, combative with a smile. Same kind of thing as cheerful and grumpy.
This winter was way worse. Yes, it was. This like 20 times worse than last winter. I think what makes, I mean, there were some bad fronts that came through last winter, but what makes this one worse is it's relentless, one after another, and it's way colder and way more areas. Last year, you could at least say, okay, well, I'm going to avoid these 4 states, and then
lost your
live. It's still going.
Well, I don't know. Mine's buffering. Are we still live?
Yeah. So you're probably connected to Wi-Fi, which is struggling to reboot.
That would, yeah.
So anyway, you could avoid like 4 or 5 states at a time. Last year would be the 2019-20 winter. This winter, you can't avoid anything. Like we were masters at avoiding the winter last year. I think we only drove through snow maybe twice the entire winter. Like we just avoided everything that was happening. This year, you cannot avoid it. There's no way to work around everything happening. You're either going to get, 10, 15, 20 degrees below zero, or you're going to get a blizzard, or you're going to get both. And it's just one after another.
Hey, RN. RN just jumping.
Yeah, global warming. I'm not really. I would imagine some ice caps are expanding.
Asking for a friend. That's one of my favorites.
So anyway, we're gonna close this one down, you guys. David H is going live soon. We just wanted to check in with you. A huge thank you to Kiersey for helping with our last OTR crew campaign. She helped get it to $500, and she's joining, so I'll have her logo up today. And just thank all of you guys. I mean, I really just wanted to, that was kind of a video I wanted to make we haven't even really been paying that much attention to our subscribers other than when we realized like 2 or 3 days ago that we passed 1,400. We were like, holy crap. And now it's almost at 1,500. So it's just awesome. I have my Chill Step Music to Drive to Volume 1 mixtape coming out hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Some of you will probably hate it. Some of you will love it. It's what I listen to at 2 in the morning. So I'm making a nice mix that you guys can minimize and listen to while you drive. Great seeing you again. Thanks, Danny. We should be on the road tomorrow. If anybody's going to be at the terminal tomorrow, we might be there to say hi for a few minutes in Springfield. So other than that, be safe, guys. Be very, very safe. It's crazy. There's more of it coming tonight. Sucks, but it's almost over. It's almost over. A couple more weeks, hopefully. So anyway,
And
be
then
safe.
soon enough, we'll all be complaining that it's brutally hot and that
We'll be complaining about
wish there was
hail,
snow.
tornadoes, bugs,
Yeah.
and then extreme heat. All right, guys, be safe. Make good decisions. As always, drive, thrive. Talk to you soon.